What's up, y'all? We have to start this thing up again, man. I was having a little trouble. We got our little fire going, so when y'all come back in, we're gonna talk about where we was. I'm definitely glad y'all are here. Let y'all rejoin this thing. Got our little fire going, talking about some Tennessee. There we go. So, let's see, I was still at the Incredible Christmas Place Inn, so went within walking distance for, I think, Johnny Carino's, saw Cracker Barrel, a couple of other things. So definitely enjoyed a couple nights there. Definitely give that place a thumbs up. So woke up the next morning and actually went into some Radio Shacks. I don't know if you ever been in a Radio Shack, Trent, but so we had to go check that out. Went to Radio Shack. Cool. So I went to Radio Shack, and then we get that spicy Popeye's chicken sandwich, which I actually had to get in Pigeon Forge. Now, if you ever in Tennessee, there's a Publix grocery store, and there's a Popeye's like right in front of that. Continued on and went to my favorite place, my favorite motel there, which is Zoder's Inn, and definitely recommend them as well if y'all go out there, in which they have this. So lit a fire and met some great people. Enjoyed every minute of it. It was one of my favorite things. Met a lot of people from Ohio. Now that was one of the interesting things. Met some people that were Bengals fans, and Joe Burrow and all, and talked to them about that. And some people, there was one guy that was not too excited. He wasn't too much a Bengals fan, but for the most part, Bengals bring some talent around them, and the Bengals fans will be very, very happy. So, enjoyed that. And, let's see, from there, went and did some swimming. Oh, I did not see one Ole Miss fan. That was the funny thing. I guess these guys, no, I guess there's no Ole Miss fans in Gatlinburg, but hey, everybody, I don't blame them. So went do some hiking. Went to Cataract Falls, which, if you're familiar, and I did see crawdaddies, by the way. Did not go to the moon pie store, but did get a moon pie actually in Cherokee, North Carolina. Went to check that out at one of the gas stations. Got a caramel moon pie, but actually did not stop at the moon pie store this time. So Cherokee, North Carolina, that's a whole nother topic. But went to some different restaurants. Went to, I think it's No Way Jose's Cantina. No, Trent. I think the Ole Miss fans, I don't know. They must have went to the beach this year or something, man. They sure weren't in the mountains. But you know. Hey, what's up, Amy R. Moore? Amy, I got a question for you. Have you ever been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or to the Smoky Mountains? We're just kind of doing a little fireside recap of the Tennessee trip. Man, I appreciate if y'all all leave a like on this thing too, man. We're trying to grow this thing. I'm trying to grow this thing to where I enjoy doing live streams, and I'd like to do more live streams or everywhere. I mean, how great would it have been if I could have done a live stream on where I was on this vacation? So hopefully one day we'll get there. We need plenty more subscribers, and we need plenty more, you know, all this and that, but we'll get there. I do believe we will get there someday. But Amy, if you've never been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, yeah, it is a beautiful place in the Smoky Mountains. I would definitely advise you to go there, and definitely advise you to do your research. There's so much to do when you actually get there. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'll tell y'all what is one of my favorite things to do. And Trent, it looks like we have 6 people here. But one of my favorite things to do, and one of the biggest things that I advise, I still got a lot to tell you about this trip, by the way. But one of the biggest things that I advise you to do when you go on vacation, or it doesn't have to be vacation, when you take a road trip that's longer than one day, if you have to stay the night somewhere, get you a little ice chest, a small ice chest which you can put in the back of your seat, and preferably if you can get one that has rollers on it. I may do a review. I may actually do a review on the ice chest that I bought, because I was so impressed with it. Get you a little ice chest, preferably, if, like I said, if you can, the one that rolls, and bring you a loaf of bread. Go to the grocery store. Hey, what's up, VA? So we're talking about what the basic, the simplest things in life, how they are, you know, the most important. So get you a pack of ham, a pack of cheese, a loaf of bread, the chips, a bag of chips. If you can, get you the little individual. You know, when you go to the grocery store and they have the chips that have the let me get this fire going, yo. When you have the bag of chips, you can have like a bunch of different varieties. Like I like the little nacho cheese, Doritos, and all that. So whatever, you know, whatever you enjoy, get you that, and fill up your little ice chest. Now what I'm talking about is this: you're gonna save money on a lunch. You're gonna have you some drinks if you want to drink. Put you some water in there too. And one of my favorite things that I did, I'm sorry, Amy, I'm working on it. My little fire, it goes down at times, but it's gonna come up. Watch how fast when it catches, it's gonna come up. You're gonna say, wow. So okay, so get you a little ice chest, okay? Make you some sandwiches. Funyuns, yep, you can get Funyuns. I know a lot about those Funyuns. I got somebody I know that really loves Funyuns. So you can actually get the whole bag of Funyuns. You know, like 10 little bags of Funyuns, but whatever it is, pack your little lunch. Now when you go to the Smoky Mountains, and I know VA knows about this, probably Trent, I don't know, but when you go to the Smoky Mountains, there are a bunch of pull-offs. Hey, look, Amy, watch this. Watch this fire that's coming. It's coming, watch this. So when you go to the Smoky Mountains, there are a bunch of pull-offs on the side of the road in which you could see all the different, you have wide open spaces to see the mountains. And And I think the simplest things are the best things, you know. Gatlinburg in that area is, and Pigeon Forge and all that area, there's so many different things to do in which you could go and see the mountains in Gatlinburg, or you can go to dinner shows, you can go shopping, you can go eat. The amount of money that you can spend there is just unbelievable, you know. But it's whatever you want it to be. You can go and just do nothing but hiking, or you can go there and you can just go to dinner shows, you know, or go stay at the motel and go swimming. I mean, it's a very special place. But one of my favorite things that we did was go hiking, go up Klingman's Dome. And Klingman's Dome is the highest point. How about that, Amy? Look at that fire. So Klingman's Dome is the highest point in Tennessee. And I also made a little vlog on that. And I'm pretty used to walking. I walk a lot. I walk a good, over 20,000 steps a day, most days, you know. I was kind of grasping for my breath going up. It was interesting, you know. I never experienced anything like that. Went all the way to the top. The Mellow Mushroom we went to was right on the side of the incredible Christmas Place Inn, VA. So it was the same thing as far as the pizza. Would I recommend it? Would I go back? I guess I would. The pizza, and I'm like, man, I have to go back to that place, right? Would I go back? I don't know. I probably wouldn't if I wouldn't go again. But don't get me wrong, it was good. But it wasn't one of those places that, like, man, if I don't go back to that place, I'm gonna be just messing up. I'm gonna tell you a place. Hold on, I want to answer Trent's question. Trent, about the Ober in Gatlinburg. I walked up to it. I did not go to it. I went back in 2010. Also on the 1989 trip, I went to, I believe I went to Ober Gatlinburg, but I did not do that this time. So, you know, was trying to do different things. I saw that bridge. You know that big bridge that they just put in, that like huge bridge they have up there when you go up for the sky lift by the Gatlinburg Inn. I did see it. I did a little, but I didn't go on it. But okay, so getting back to the place that I will tell you. I will tell y'all, if you go back to Gatlinburg, I want to tell you about that arm wrestling game, by the way. That arm wrestling game, years and years ago, we used to have playing it as a kid. But that's a good question. Yep, that's a good question. But no, I didn't do Ober this year. But I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to post it in the coalition, the place that I would advert. If there's a Mexican restaurant, and it's right on the side of the aquarium, and there's also the Greystone Lodge in Gatlinburg, and we went there, and say a little over 40 bucks, but the food and the portions, and it was great. I really enjoyed that. All right, Jacob, come on back there, partner. We ain't going nowhere. It's only 9:39. I got 84% on this thing. What's up? What's up, Arthur? Yeah, man. Y'all bring people in, man. Amy, I know we met through Amy Armour's page. I want this channel to blow up, especially on Friday nights. You know, I'm gonna share a story with y'all. We got 9 people in here. I'm gonna share a story with y'all. You know, I was in Gatlinburg. This is my thing. You know, I like little fires right here, and we go live on Friday nights. But I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee last Saturday, okay? Doing they had a little fire pit area, and I hung out with people. I hung out with people, and I met some people from all over, man. And instantly, over a fireside chat like this, we became, and these people were from, one guy was from Clemson. He was a Clemson fan. And you know, the basis of this is that people are human beings. And you know, we have a lot going on in this world right now. And I want this Friday night stream to be something special. I want this thing to be huge, man. I want people to come in here on Friday nights and hang out and look forward to hanging out. And I want this to be something that is special for all of us, that we all look forward to, you know. Because I'm sure not all of y'all have a fire going on in y'all backyard right now, but and as far as the quality of the stream, you know, we're not gonna have the perfect looking stream because I have to use an app. But when we're gonna get there. But I'm gonna tell you something. I met some people from all over, man, all over, and we sat together, and it was a very magical and special night. And hopefully, some of them will be join in on the stream someday, you know. But I think the world needs more. I think the world needs a lot, but I think the world needs more campfire chats where people can just visit, make friends, and there's no agendas there. You know, there's no people have no agenda. The only agenda is that, you know what, I hang out. You know, there's no agenda there. It's just, and I truly believe that the world needs more of that. You know, and I want this thing to blow up. I want this thing to be huge, bigger than we can even imagine. I want this to be something that's so big, and I want y'all to, you know, invite people, man, and let them know about this. You know, these Friday night fire streams. And you know, I'm no better than anybody else, or no worse. I'm just an average person. You know, I'm just an average person, just like y'all. We you know, we all have hurts, we all have happiness, we all have failures, we all succeed, we all go through different things in life. But I want this to be something that we can all hang out by this campfire and make friends, maybe even lifelong friends, you know. Yep, I always do. I enjoy Amy's streams, and I enjoy y'all all for hanging out, man. You know, these people I met over there, they had no idea who I was. By the way, I did tell them about the channel, and I did tell them about the, you know, a lot of us do fan packs and stuff on here, and you know, this and that. So I did tell them about all of y'all as well, you know. But I want this thing to be something special, you know, and I have no plans to stop this thing. Make sure you know that, you know, I have no plans to stop this channel. In fact, I want this thing to grow, and there's something huge, something that we can't even, something that we cannot even fathom. I want this thing to be huge, and I want to do live vlogs. I wish I could have live streamed for y'all, walking downtown in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or when I was in Cherokee, North Carolina. I wish I could have had y'all and been live streaming to show y'all. You know, I'll tell you another thing. It was closed when we went, but there's a Santa Land in Cherokee, North Carolina. I actually went by, but it was closed. But it's a cool little place, man. If you're ever in the area, you know, go check it out. Hopefully it'll be open, though, make sure. But I truly believe that one of the things the world needs more is just the innocence of sitting in front of a campfire and sitting next to somebody that you haven't met for 5 minutes, but you know what? You have that camaraderie, and what you have in common is, hey man, I appreciate what you're doing. You know, I appreciate the hard work you're putting into, you know, into our society to try to make this world a better place. And that's what I want for this on Friday nights for all of us. You know. Let me read some of these comments. Yeah, we love us some campfires. And you know what? So let's talk to Amy, yo. Let's talk to Amy. All right. We need to let Amy know how awesome Gatlinburg, Tennessee is. Amy, I believe you're from Miami, if I'm correct. If you get a chance, I need you to check out some videos. Some of my videos too, man. I made some videos. I made a bunch of them from Gatlinburg, the Smoky Mountains. It truly is a beautiful place. Now, it takes me about 12 to 13 hours to get there, driving. So I don't exactly know how long it's going to take you to get there, but you may have to fly in. But if you ever get a chance, Amy, to go up to Gatlinburg, I definitely advise you to go. Like I said, it's a beautiful place. From Canada. See, that's a place, you know, I'm going to tell you something. We have places, because myself, the places, I'm going to tell y'all where I've been. I've been to, normally when you live around here, VA Moon flight in. Okay, all right. Well, we drive. And I'm going to tell you something, okay? Because look, let me tell you something. The thing about it, okay? Look, this is what our society needs more. I'm going to say this, okay? People, you know, we need to all agree to disagree. Okay, so look, VA. So one of my things about it is, and I will say this, we could fly in, but to me, part of the trip that makes it so special is the drive, believe it or not. Because when you're a bunch of things, you know, and you know, that's one of the things I enjoy as well, is to talk. Now, when I get older, more than likely I will be doing some flying. I will fly there. Convenience, and then rent a car, and then, you know, but actually my goal when I get older, yes it is, actually my goal is when I get older is to go to Tennessee twice a year, and that would be in the springtime and in the fall. And although I've been 5 times, I have never experienced change along the ride, and you know, and all that sort of thing. One interesting thing I also want to share with y'all is Laurel, Mississippi. So we're driving now. There was, I don't know what it is, if a tornado had passed over there or what it was, but on the main highway, there's actually some trees that fell down, and instead of picking up the trees, they put some cones to tell you to get into the next lane. So the trees are actually down on the main road, which we found very interesting to see along the way. I'm gonna do years from now, I'm hoping to, you know, when the kids are older and all, I'd like to fly in, well, Mississippi, man. But you can see it. There's a bunch of dead trees on the side of the road. I'm like, man, that's a bunch of good wood right there. I could burn all that wood. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. To me, Trent, to me, the state would step in and just, burn the, clear it out, man. There's so many trees that are just like broken, snapped there, man. And y'all invite some more people. Y'all invite some more people. This is gonna be this is our channel. This is our Friday night stream, y'all. This is somewhere where we can all hang out on Friday nights. Get you some popcorn, get you something to drink, go grab you a cheeseburger or whatever it is, and come. Oh, you hear that, huh? And you know what? That's the cows mooing. And you know what? I'm ready. If we see some skunks or something, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna pull them out. So I want this to be our Friday night hangout. So let me get back to the Tennessee trip. So I went to Zoder's. Like I said, met all these cool people, man, from Ohio, and sat around, told them about the channel, and and all that, and burned some wood, did some swimming. Went to another place. Yep, cheeseburger and moo. Yep. Okay, so let me tell you this. Went to another place called the Smoky Mountain Trout House. Now, right now, if you go, if this is correct, I'm looking at this, I don't know, but it looks like we got 21 people at least stop by. So if you go to Zoder's Inn, which I advise you to go to, and you get 20% off at the Smoky Mountain Trout House and at the Atrium. Now, I'm going to watch what y'all saying, but are y'all familiar with the Smoky Mountain Trout House, the Atrium, Zoder's Inn? Are y'all familiar with that? It's kind of next to, the motel is right down from Hillbilly Village. Hillbilly Golf. So, are y'all familiar with that area? Okay, so let me tell you all about it, all right? So when you get into Gatlinburg, before you get to Porton's Deli, the place is called Hillbilly Golf. Right on the side, actually, of Porton's Deli. Then you have Zoder's. It's kind of by Sweet Fanny Adams Theater. And that's another thing I want to share with y'all. That's another thing I want to share with y'all that's really kind of special to me. I'm getting to the point, this is the 5th time I go to Tennessee, and I'm getting to the point where it's starting to feel less like a tourist and more. I actually have met, I have met friends there that actually live in Tennessee. So that's a whole nother thing I'm going to share with you. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to talk about, I have a buddy that lives out there that has a cabin. They have a cabin out there, and I want to make sure they're cool with me talking about it. But I'm meeting people that actually live out there. And so it's starting to feel less when I go out there as a tourist and more of like a second home, that sort of thing, because I go there and the more I go, the more I get familiar with the place, and and so that's a good feeling, and because I love it there. Okay, so let me get back to what I was talking about. So, what's up, Jacob? Welcome on in there, partner. And little Jacob, we want to hear some more about your Tennessee trip as well. So the place is called, feel free to step in, Jacob, if you see anything or hear anything, feel free to voice your opinion. The place is called Smoky Mountain Trout House. I took a picture of the places I went to. What I thought, the good, the bad. so it's not, believe it or not, I know Trent is a fan of trout. Okay, so when I ask Trent, I say, Trent, what's your favorite fish? And he says trout. My favorite fish is catfish, but I went to this place, Smoky Mountain Trout House, and ate some trout. And there's like about 9 different ways you can have the trout, you know, fixed. And so we got one trout that was $21, but then you can add a second trout for $10. Okay, so we did that, and one of them was fried and one of them was stuffed with like bacon and some other stuff, and I enjoyed it. And this place, the Smoky Mountain Trout House, y'all can look it up. I had never actually went in there because it looks like a very, I can't really explain it, but it looks like a place that you'd go in and you'd kind of expect, like, I know it might sound funny what I'm telling you, but like older people drinking a bottle of wine, just dressed up and all that stuff, kind of like a fancier looking place, that sort of thing. But we went in there and they had hush puppies, fried potato chips. They give you that, like, you know, that's automatic, and then you order your food. And I got a pretty good discount because of the motel thing. And then to top it off, I'm sitting in there, and on the radio, Louisiana Saturday Night comes over the speaker. But then you want to hear something even crazier? Sitting in there, and I don't know if they saw me or what, but all of a sudden, Callin' Baton Rouge by Garth Brooks comes on. And you know, that's the theme song for the LSU at the stadium. So I'm sitting in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, eating some trout, listening to Callin' Baton Rouge, and you know I was fired up. So that was really cool. But enjoyed that place. Came back, did a little swimming. Then the next day we went to do some hiking. Went to, and I had watched a lot of videos. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on Yankee in the South, Will and Dawn. I actually missed them by. We went to, it was called Cataract Falls. You can't miss it. It's the Sugarlands Visitor Center. You go right, walk in the back, nice little paved walk for the most. Cataract Falls. Went to do that, and enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun, you know, a lot of fun. Then we got back on the road, went right to the mountain, went to the North Carolina, Tennessee, you know, boundary, state line. Saw that they had a sign for Clingman's Dome, like 7 miles away from it, but kept on going. Went to Cherokee, North Carolina, and that was cool. You know, the thing about it is, garage. Actually stopped at the Burger King that day. You know, Burger King, I don't need to do a review on Burger King, but you get a lot of food for, you go in with a $20 bill at Burger King, you get you some nuggets and get you some burgers and all that. So did that, and lot of gift shops in Cherokee, North Carolina. So went to some gift shops. Now, the thing about Cherokee, North Carolina, one thing I will say that I noticed, a lot of gift shops would not let you in without a map. So went and you know, did that and went check them out. Also went to the post office over there, so did that and came back across. Then went to Clingman's Dome. Now, let me tell y'all something about. I'm gonna talk about Clingman's Dome right now. We go to Clingman's Dome. Definitely something to see. If you in Gatlinburg and you want to see something, if you're in Tennessee and you want to see something, Let me tell y'all something. We got up there, and you got to drive, and it's the highest point in Tennessee. So we driving and we driving. We finally got up there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, you go to Klingman's Dome, bring you some water. It only says half a mile from where you gotta park. But I'm gonna listen to what I'm saying. If you listen to what I'm saying, bring some water. Bring a couple bottles of water. So I start walking, and I walk, like I said, I walk a lot. You know, I like to think that I'm fairly in decent shape. So I'm walking, and about halfway there, I started to kind of feel my kind of grasping a little bit for air, man, and it was something. The thing is, I've never experienced something like this. The air, I guess the air was so thin. I don't know what it was. Let me get this fire going. The air was so thin. It's like you could hear to the top. And I do have a fire going, by the way. You don't think I don't. It's gonna catch. But finally we got up there. And man, what a beautiful view, man. It was. I gotta be honest with you though. I was trying to make sure I didn't drop my phone, because had I done that, I wasn't getting it back. But so we did that. Came back. Drove into Gatlinburg. We'll say this though, on the weekend, Gatlinburg had a lot of people. I definitely advise y'all, if y'all go to Tennessee in that area, to go on a Monday. Go on the obvious days, the Monday, the Tuesday, if you can. Early morning. You know, I walked downtown Gatlinburg some of those days, and there was nobody. I mean, it was awesome. There was nobody. You know, the pigeons were walking in the road, and yeah, it was awesome. So we did that. Did a lot of hiking that day, and it was awesome. I actually went to another. There's also, I don't know how to pronounce it in Cherokee. It's called Oscogala, I think it is. It's like kind of like Cade's Cove. There's like an old farmhouse and stuff like that. It was on the side of the road. You could stop and visit with that. So did that. So came back over the mountain, went back to Zoders, and let's see. Thought about ordering Papa John's, but we didn't do that. That's when we need the Mexican. So also, I did get a Fanny Farkles dog. Always got to get my Fanny Farkles dog when I go over there. Don't forget, if you go there, to get your coupon. There's a coupon you can get. Y'all know this if y'all go to Tennessee already. You get your coupon, and you get a free drink at Fanny Farkles when you buy an old dog. You know, the old dog's almost $8 for that big corn dog. So did that, and came back. And let me think. Okay, so the last day over there, got up, decided to go walk. Now, one of my favorite things to do also is, you know, not everything has to be expensive, you know. You bring you a soft drink, a Coke, something as simple as this. Get you a pack of Skittles and just go walk. So I went and walked and saw a bunch of things. You know, the Haunted Museum, and walked around the backside, and they got all kind of things. Saw a lot of people fishing. You know what though? I have never seen a person catch a fish. Out of my 5 times, I have never seen a person actually catch a fish in one of those streams. But I guess they try. And I've never actually tried to catch a fish in one of those streams. So maybe that's something I'll do next time I go back. So did that, and then went walk around, went back. Also, the old Cooters in Gatlinburg has moved to Pigeon Forge, and it is now an 80s themed laser tag place. So walked in there, saw some of the t-shirts, the old Showbiz, and oh yeah, definitely, Jacob. You know how it is, man. I don't think you can have a bad time going to Tennessee. You know, I really don't. I don't think you can have a bad time going to Tennessee. I've never actually stayed in a cabin though, believe it or not. That's probably going to be the next thing, and we're going to do some, next time we go over there, we're going to do some late night cabin vlogs. And hopefully I'll be able to live stream if we can build this thing up to 1K. Hopefully I'll be able to, when I go out there, we'll be able to do some late night cabin vlogs, live streams from the cabin. But so definitely walked this strip and enjoyed that. Let me see. Yeah, I've never stayed in a cabin. I've never stayed in a cabin. You see, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually enjoy being on the strip. You know, I actually enjoy being on the main strip. And then a lot of the times when we go, it's in the summer, and they'll have the Tunes and Tales playing music on the streets. And you know another thing that you think about, when you do go into Gatlinburg, you have to pay to park. You have to pay. Some places $8, some places $10. Just leave your vehicle parked at the motel. So, but the thing is, when you go over there, there's so much to do. So much variety. Oh, I did go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Did go there. Also, went to, all the outlet stores they have. I went to the Lodge outlet. And that's another thing. I'm going to be doing more cooking out here over the fire. I was actually doing some cleaning today and found some more pots, but I did not go to the island. I did not go to the island this time. I'm gonna be honest with you. The place I normally stay when I go over there is the Mountain Breeze Motel. I definitely advise y'all to check them out too. The Mountain Breeze Motel in Pigeon Forge, and I would just walk there. Me too, man. I still got a lot more. I still got a lot more vids too to post. Little Jacob, I saw your vid you had posted about the walking sticks. That was really cool. Hopefully that'll get a bunch of views, and that was cool. And yeah, one day, you know what, though? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I still believe that someday, if we stay in contact, one day, all of us, we'll all do some type of meetup. I still believe that. Hey, where's TD, by the way, man? Where is TD? I thought TD would have been here tonight, but I do believe someday, so let me continue. Let me continue on, okay? Let me continue on. So went to Old Smoky, went through that, and let's see, went to, like I said, one of my favorite things to do is be like a fly on the wall when I go to Tennessee. I know, it's cool, but I'm gonna tell you, one of my favorite things is to be like a fly on the wall, and and I did that, and that's one thing I enjoy. It's just I enjoy that part of it, just to kind of step. It's kind of, I know it might sound strange, but it's almost like an out-of-body experience, and to go over there and just have this out-of-body where nobody knows you, and you just kind of kind of float around. You know, you walk in here and the view, man, the view. You when you're in Pigeon Forge, you have that beautiful mountain view in the background. I can't imagine what it must be like to see that every day, you know, every day, man. To wake up in the morning and have those mountains in the background. So let me get back to the story. So I'm surprised we don't see no animals out here, by the way. But let me see. I don't even know where the cat's at. So oh yeah, Trent got bored. Trent got bored, old Tupelo Trent. That's what we should call him, Tupelo Trent. So, you know, by the way, I'm going to throw this in. I was watching an old Gatlinburg. Go check it out when you finish. It's I type in Gatlinburg, Tennessee on YouTube, and there's an old video from the 80s in Gatlinburg. And apparently, Elvis Presley had his own like place, you know, like his own, I guess, where they had his different relics and stuff. So, you know, in the 80s. So I thought that was pretty cool. But okay, so walked down a lot, you know, did this, did that, ate the chicken sandwich and over the mountain stream, did this, and then let's see, let me think what else I didn't tell you. So I ate at the Smoky Mountain Trout House, ate at the Mexican place, did a lot of walking, walked in front of the Peddler, Steakhouse, didn't eat there. Also went check out, and Lil Jacob, you may have saw this if y'all went to Gatlinburg. There's a big, I guess it's right before you get into the park. It's on the left if you're heading out from Gatlinburg into the park. It's like a 3-story place. I forgot what they call it, but it's like where they have like all kind of camping gear and all kind of different things. I actually went walking there. That was pretty cool. Just all kind of stuff. Man, you spend some money quick. You spend some money quick when you go down there. Up there, should I say. But yeah, you spend some money quick in Tennessee. That's cool, that's cool. So yeah, I actually went into some of the gift shops, man, and I saw this, almost bought me this zip-up hoodie. It would have been $30, man. It was a camouflage. Thought about it for a second to buy it. It had Gatlinburg on the shoulder, you know. It was a zip-up camo hoodie. Picked it up. Didn't try it on, but picked it up. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Put it back. And so kept on walking. And went walk by the Space Needle. Went walk down there. They have a barbecue place called the Bones. Last time I went, we got barbecue from there, but this time it was looked like it was closed, so I didn't get any. So kept walking. Walk by. There's another place that I want to stay one of these days called Jack Huff Motor Lodge. If you ever heard of that place, it looks like an old. I like the older places in down there. You know, the old motor lodges. I'm more of a fan of the older places than the newer chains. Stay there one of these days. I'm gonna stay there. I don't know when. It might be 5, 10, 20 years from now, but I'm gonna stay there. So came back, did all this and did all that. Got me a t-shirt from Old Smoky. Old Smoky Moonshine. And came back. Next morning went to My buddy has a cabin out there in which I'm gonna talk to him about it. I may make a video about it. Y'all that may are friends with me on Facebook, you may have seen it. But very, very nice place. Hopefully gonna get to stay there next time as well. And then went to Chattanooga. So Chattanooga is a very nice place. Very, very nice. You know, there's a lot to do over there. There's an aquarium, there's a zoo, there's Ruby Falls, Lookout Mountain, you know, all kind of different things, you know, to see. And so went and got some barbecue from one of my favorite places. I love barbecue. I love brisket, and that's Hillbilly Willie's. So got some brisket there, and got me a 1/4 pound brisket sandwich, and enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I really did. And you know, it was only the second time because that place is like 9 hours from me. So you know, it's not every day that I have the time to drive 9 hours to go get barbecue. But you know, stop there and went to the Walmart and got some snacks and all this and that, and for the most part, you know, overall, actually got another tidbit. Got no rain. Got no rain, man. No rain until hitting Baton Rouge again. But it was a great trip. You know, if I had to sum it up, it was a wonderful trip. I really enjoyed it. You know. And like I said earlier, Jacob, I'm gonna be changing the background in the man cave. I'm gonna be putting my LSU flag up and you know, getting that all set up. Got me a little Tennessee license plate at the Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So I got a little license plate I'm gonna put up next to my little LSU license plate. Kind of customize the background a little bit better. Give it more of a personalized feel. And I'll probably do that this weekend when all that rain comes, because I won't be able to be out here. But you know, we'll just see how it goes. But look, I wanna tell y'all, thank y'all for watching, man, and let's grow this thing, man. Let's, you know, in my personal opinion, like I was saying, I believe the world needs more of these campfires where people can just visit with one another and enjoy each other's company. Have no agenda, but just to be thankful for another day, you know, where they can meet up. And I hope this thing one day has 1,000 people in this stream. How cool would that be, huh, Jacob? How cool would that be to have 1,000 people someday from all over, you know, chatting about things. No agenda, just a group of people enjoying a campfire on a Friday night. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing. We had a pretty good little stream. It was over an hour. With the good Lord willing, we're gonna be doing this again next Friday. It's gonna be an interesting week, man. We got that tropical depression going on. Didn't see any animals tonight. I don't know. Would want to thank y'all all for watching. I hope y'all, if y'all see this later on and y'all watch this far, I hope y'all can leave a like and feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Help us to grow this thing and end it with those famous 2 words.